You want the best for your car? You already watch our tutorials.
So the best place for the best deal is to buy from the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
For this operation, get the oil filter, which you will find in the video description. You can find the recommended parts and products in the video description, as well as in the link to know the type of oil and the amount needed. Turn your engine off, pull up the handbrake, pull on the bonnet release lever, and open the bonnet. Open the oil fill plug. This will increase the oil flow when performing an oil change. Lift the front of your vehicle and put in the 2-axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. If the front plastic crankcase is present, you should now remove it to have full access to the drain nut. You can now see the drain nut. Unscrew the drain nut with a 19mm spanner. Start the process with a wrench and finish off by hand. Be careful on the last few turns of the screw. The oil can squirt immediately. You have to anticipate this by placing a container underneath to collect the oil. You can learn how to make one by watching another of our videos, How to Make a Collector for Liquids. Let the oil run out for 10 minutes or so. When you change the oil on your car, you must also replace the oil filter. Access to the oil filter is done from underneath the engine compartment. To prevent the oil that is contained in the filter from spilling out, place the liquid collector underneath. Unscrew the filter, turning it in an anti-clockwise direction. If you can't loosen it by hand, you can free it using a filter wrench. If the filter remains stuck, watch our video unscrewing a blocked oil filter. When it has been released, turn it upwards to avoid spilling any oil.
All parts used in this tutorial are supplied by our trusted partners. These partners also help us create as many video tutorials as possible. Check them out in the description below.
With a new filter in hand, lightly coat the seal with oil on the screwed side. This will help avoid too much friction between the seal and the engine block. Friction can reduce the seal's waterproofing. Coating with oil also facilitates assembly. Rescrew the filter until you feel contact. When this happens, take it fully in your hand and add an additional half turn to tighten. On VAG Group vehicles, the O-ring doesn't come apart from the drain nut. We recommend replacing the old nut with a new one every time you drain the oil. Put it on by hand, then finish off using a 90mm spanner. Now you have to put the oil back into the motor. You have to be very careful and precise when doing this part of the job. Firstly, put the crankcase back in place, then lower the car back to the ground and check the oil level. This is something that can only be done when the vehicle is flat. Begin by putting 90% of the suggested amount. This will leave you a large enough margin to adjust the level of oil appropriately. Close the oil fill plug. Start the engine and let the car run for 30 seconds. This will fill the oil filter. Remove the oil gauge and wipe it down. Plunge it back into its sheath, remove it again and check the oil level. The optimal level is near the maximum, but be careful to never go over it. Based on the level indicated on the gauge, readjust to obtain the optimum amount. Operation completed.
Hi, it's Theo from Usetool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We would be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.